Liebe Gäste, ladies and gentlemen, a huge welcome to the ZWIFT Tri-Battle Royale. Welcome, all in grey, representing Canada, 2017 ITU long distance world champion Lionel Sanders. Right behind him, Olympic time Ironman, Germany's Jan Frodeno. And if you can both turn around, we'd like to see the back of your robes as well. The ZWIFT Tri-Battle Royale is a go. Ladies and gentlemen, to everybody present, members of the media, huge welcome to watching world on tribattle.com. A massive welcome. We are here on top of the world. We're at 2,000 meters above level, and we're in. Although it's starting to clear soon, I think you're going to have a beautiful view. We've got Austria just over there, Liechtenstein just over there, we've got Switzerland over there, we've got ZWIFT over here. I believe you're riding in Innsbruck.
Like everybody.
They have to wait. The world of ZWIFT, there's no honor anymore. Any case, here we are in the beautiful Allgäu to celebrate two of the best in the world. It's appropriate that on top of the world because they are on top of the triathlon world. Lionel's come all the way across from the USA. Huge welcome. No surprise that he's wearing a shirt as per usual and all.
Authentic.
Got to keep it authentic in all these YouTube videos. He will drink about 2.5 liters in 30 minutes on the bike. How do you like your new bike?
It's beautiful, amazing.
I mean, it was like Christmas in July.
It truly is with the and everything.
Jan, this is also a dream come true.
It is. I'm super stoked that Lionel actually, it took him all of 1.5 seconds to say yes to a somehow idea, and here we are continuing the craziness of it.
True honor.
Crazy it is indeed, and it's going to be crazier on Sunday. So I know that they've left without you, so I don't know if we should let you disrobe and on your bikes.
Let's do it.
Yep, let's go. Let's get riding. So here we go. To the members of the media, we will be taking your questions. We've got some questions that have been sent to us beforehand already. And it looks like Jan's winning.
Oh, the transition.
And he's on the move. It is a very quick transition from our Olympic champion, Beijing, or as the Germans would say, Peking.
Don't worry, Lionel. You've got about 2.5 minutes.
Come on.
Take your time.
Come on, boys. The battle has started, the ZWIFT Tri-Battle Royale in the beautiful Allgäu in Bavaria. Wonderful part of the world, and they're riding shoulder to shoulder at the moment. Is that not the plan on the bike course on Sunday?
I don't think so. Have to remember we're at quite a bit of altitude here, so.
Look, no excuses. You're both at together.
It's gonna hurt.
So one of the great things about ZWIFT is during the pandemic, you never had to be alone. That's one of the great things about a platform like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were locked at home for a good 10 weeks, not allowed to get out. Yes, it's good. Man, I'm short of breath. 2,000 meters is high.
You're only pushing 162 watts here.
Yeah, that's not bad. Come on. Can you do it?
No, I can't, but I can give you a for it. So, Lionel, a little quick chat from you as we get things going on. First time here in area Germany. Impressions so far?
Beautiful. A bit of different weather from back home in the desert, but much welcomed. And my body certainly likes cooler weather better than hot weather. So I'm excited to exercise in a little bit cooler conditions.
Now, Jan, I know the two of you love back together, but this is the first time you've actually had the opportunity to spend time with one another one-on-one.
Yeah, we had our first dinner together the other night. I think it's a different race because at least for me in the end, yeah, of course you want to win, but we also really want to push and see what's possible on this course. So I think at least until Sunday we're working together. And then the knife fight gets going, and even then we hope to use to something positive. So it's a very different feel to the race, I think.
talk us through, 2020 was a year nobody expected. It threw a lot of curveballs. But I've noticed looking in the triathlon community, a lot of athletes have used that time to recover from injury, to work on their weaknesses. Tell us about your swimming.
Yeah, I joined a swim team in Tucson. Really great coach, really great group. And I needed to improve my swimming. Unfortunately, the level of this sport, to really have any deficit is a problem. Jan has elevated the game. There's really very little place to make up time. So I had to improve my swimming, and I'm not there yet, but our swims have been career best swims. And, I just enjoying the process now. And learning new things in the water that I'm finding transferring over to the body, just being softer, not trying to muscle it. And I think it's important. Jesus. Yeah. I need someone, honest to God, I need someone to adjust my FTP down, because I will fail on this workout, 100%.
So the funny thing is, as a lot of us arrived here, our phones welcomed us to Austria, even though we're in Germany, in Bavaria, in the Allgäu, but you two gentlemen are racing in Innsbruck as we speak. Jan, let's not just talk about the course you're racing right now. Let's just talk about the course designed for the ZWIFT Tri-Battle Royale. It is an iron distance, 3,800 in the Große Alpsee, 180 Ks up and down an Autobahn, and 42.2 flat, fast run. What is different to a race in terms of this course? You're swimming in circles.
Phone here.
Well, the idea was always to have this as the antidote to the try at home. So, the try at home was charity, was trying to get people off the couch and having a good time, a bit of entertainment. And now it's all about focusing on performance. And yeah, trying to do that in these crazy times. In Hannes Blaschke and Marlon and the whole team here, we found some guys who bought into our idea, and you can see the area. It's not made for the most fast course in the world, but we went out and found a course that we think is fast. You never know, unfortunately, till we do it. And we thought, well, why not invite the guy who I think is the best in the world, suited to this kind of format. It's a time trial. A lot of people can perform in a pack, in a race kind of scenario, but we all know Lionel for his die-hardness, and it's what I appreciate, and that's why I'm glad he accepted to try and see what we can do here.
Well, you're not the only one that's glad. The triathlon world is glad. The world's going mad for this. Lionel, when you started in the triathlon world, you got, I wouldn't say criticism, but kind of taken the mickey out of, made fun of, that all your training was indoors. And I remember seeing this one video of you where it looked like you were riding outside, but you were on the trainer on the load bay of a truck. But I would imagine with all that training indoors, ZWIFT has changed your life, changed your training.
Well, I got into the indoor training just because I got hit by cars so many times. But once I started doing it, I just realized how valuable the training is, and you don't have to worry about stop, focus purely on good training. And then so I was doing all my training just staring at a wall basically, and then ZWIFT came around, and wow, it just changed my whole perspective and made indoor training that much more enjoyable. It was always a great form of training, like in terms of benefit, but then to have this social aspect, to have workouts programmed in, go down the list. There are negatives, especially, as trainers have improved, there's no negatives. There's really, you got to go outside every now and then, of course, to learn to handle the bike. But otherwise, if you want to become, certainly for triathlon, a good biker, I would highly recommend spending a lot of time on your trainer on ZWIFT.
Jan, for you as well, there was a time when everything was happening outdoors, but there was an incident in Australia which drove you indoors.
Yeah, it's become a safety thing for me where I,
Gotta turn it off.
I really, had a close call, but a close call with intention, We all have close calls and things go up and down, but somebody telling me that they intended to actually get me with a truck was kind of an eye-opener. Having 2 kids really made me realize, sport is beautiful, but there is life after and around sport. So I took to ZWIFT. I hated indoor training, couldn't stand it. How bad his cornering was. And then I got on ZWIFT and I was like, man, this guy's onto something. This is good. And it's something that's actually allowed me to close the gap on the bike a little bit, whereas previously, I struggled. So I think it's definitely a great way when you're not training your normal values at 2,100 meters.
Pushing 250 watts whilst doing a press conference to the world on TriBattle.com. You mentioned Lionel's cornering abilities, but you've created a bike course, it would seem, for the ZWIFT Tri-Battle Royale with very few corners. As a matter of fact, you've brought Daytona to the Allgäu. We've got the Canyon corner, that big banked turn, which means no slowing down on the bike course.
Well, actually, we brought the velodrome to the course, and there's no man in Canada that's ever been faster than Lionel. So I'm personally really looking forward to having that little bit of a skate park in the middle of an Ironman, something technical. It's good. Seriously, can somebody turn it down, please? Where's the ZWIFT guy?
Turn your erg mode off.
So Lionel,
Turn his erg mode off with the companion app.
Lionel, whilst we're talking about the bike, I mean, you fly across from Arizona, you arrive and you go for a nice little swim, and then they show you this canyon corner. I mean, what do you think? These Germans are crazy?
I think the attention to detail is amazing, and I mean, literally, I don't think we can create a course that's going to be any faster ever. So the bar will be very, very high.
I saw Jan when showing you and interpreting the signs at the swimming pool, telling you
yes, it was good. I needed that for sure.
Which lane you should be swimming in, which was a nice little dig that you guys had, but it's friendly rivalry. But it's the bike where you hope to do damage, is it not?
Well, I have no other place to do damage, unfortunately. So either you catch them on the bike or you don't catch them. That's all there is to it. So
but then
I came here to play. So
your 1 hour record, I mean, that'll give you lots of confidence on this course.
Well, there's only first and last place in this event. So, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'll finish last place. So.
Podium.
I guess I'm guaranteed a podium, but
well, you could
it's not saying too much.
There's only first and second.
However you like to look at it, for sure.
So we're going to be letting the media ask some questions, but I do have some questions from media that was sent to us beforehand. The first one from one of our media in Spain, Gonzalo from Triatletas en Red. Buenos días to all the friends in Spain, and I know that you live in Girona, so the question actually is for Lionel Sanders. Will Lionel Sanders emigrate to Girona if Frodo wins the battle to improve the next face-to-face?
Worf keeps saying I'm soft because I'm not living in Europe, so we'll see. We'll see about that.
You look at the people that have won, the World Championships in the last couple of years, they all seem to be coming from Europe.
They all seem to be coming from the same place, actually. So there must be something right happening here. And when I see the level of and the thinking that's gone into this, and just, I think the passion, I think I see why. And so that's contagious. I come to this event, and I'm deeply inspired. Whatever happens on Sunday, whatever. But I am deeply inspired by just how amazing this team has been. And I'm going to fail right now because my thing's at 390 watts and I'm at 2,000 meters of altitude.
And honest as always.
And it's quite difficult. All right.
220. What you doing, man?
My erg mode
Come
keeps
on,
turning
Sunday,
back.
Sunday.
My erg
Save yourself
mode
for
keeps
Sunday.
turning back on here.
Remember, the race is on. Maybe this is a time to let everybody at home on ZWIFT beat you. Talking about that, everybody at home can actually race you guys on Sunday because your avatars will be on ZWIFT. Your power data will be powering those avatars. But I just want to talk about innovation. Jan, if I can speak to you. It would appear that, during lockdown, during COVID, during 2020, not that COVID is over, but people were forced to innovate. And you had your massively successful try at home with gazillions of viewers and earning just the most incredible amount of money for charity. And I would imagine you also had way too much time on your hands to think about other challenges in life.
Well, sometimes I think that's a good thing about sport. You refrain yourself from thinking too much and just do stuff, which is quite similar to what happened here. You know, you dive in, you commit, and then you're like, oh boy, there's quite a bit to do here. And you know, it's still a big challenge. There aren't really any long distance races on the horizon, on the calendar in Europe anyways. And it's just nice, you know, to have the chance to have something worth dedicating yourself.
Shows you the caliber of these athletes. We're sitting at 2,000 meters above sea level. They're sitting at 230 plus watts and they can have a conversation with us. Question from our media in Germany, Frank Hellmann, Frankfurter Rundschau, German newspapers. The question is, and you guys can take turns answering this, in triathlon it is rare to have a real fight between two athletes. The so-called Iron War in 1989 between Mark Allen and David Y is legendary. Is that the inspiration for this format?
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I literally got to go early on. I was lucky or unlucky, however you want to think of it. I caught Oceanside in 2015, early on in my career, and I got to go toe-to-toe with him for 5K. Then I blew up. He went on to win. I had a painful second half of the run, but I tasted it for a second. And I literally have spent, I would say that experience has motivated most of my training to do that again. And every time I face him, I can't do it. Every time I get better in all three disciplines, every time he's better too. And so, truly, and I had to think about this because I don't have a Kona slot. I had to say, what would you rather do, Kona or this? And from an experiential standpoint, I would rather do this than Kona, just because Jan's had such a positive impact on my career.
Do you still have a poster of Jan in your pain cave?
I don't have any posters up anymore. I actually really want to get back into, I had a quote wall, and like, I had the whole wall filled with stuff. I've just been moving around a lot, so I'm going to stay in one place for a bit and bring the Jan poster back out for sure.
So the Chinese have a saying that every time you lose, you get that closer to winning. Surely, therefore, the converse applies. Jan Frodeno, you appear indestructible. You appear to never lose when you start. But the form book and past results don't truly reflect the future, do they?
Well, that's definitely true that it doesn't have any say about the future. It's what makes it exciting, and people forget that I've been around that long, that I've still lost more races than I've won in my career, and there have been people that shaped me along the way and experiences, and I can tell you one thing, I've lost that many times that I know how much I hate it and how much it defines me as a person and how hard I go on myself. and that's all I have. I just I don't know how many races I've got left, but I'm treating everyone like it's the last one, so I've got to apply myself fully.
In a way, 2020 has added a bit of longevity to your career.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at a year like 2017, as tough as that was in Kona, probably did me a world of good. Lionel did have a poster wall back then, and seeing me go up on Lionel's poster wall was one of my fierce motivations for that season. It really was. I was like, who's this guy? Why is he up on my wall? So, no, genuinely, it's, you learn, and the good thing about age is you get to appreciate things differently. And that drives your approach, and that's sometimes quite a lot more, even though it seems like you're more relaxed about it, it's actually more performance than may seem.
I've got a question from Allgäu GmbH Tourism here in Germany, Simona Zempfennig. The question is, Jan, it's not your first time in the Allgäu. What's the special attraction of the Allgäu for you? Does this classify the Allgäu with other regions in terms of sport, nature, and leisure? And would you come here with your family just to relax?
The big attraction to me is Käsespätzle and Käsebrezen. I mean, that's a... No, seriously, I live to eat. It's half joking, but I actually really love the mountain food. I love the area, always been received well. Of course, it helps that Hannes has put on a world-class event with his team and welcomed me. Celebrated my birthday here, so it's an area with good memories. And being up here, seeing all the trails, can't wait to take my kids shredding on a mountain bike and just exploring all the trails.
So to the members of the media, you are more than welcome to ask questions as well. As a matter of fact, if you don't ask questions, it's 100 euros per coffee, because it costs a lot of money to bring the coffee up here. So to the members of the media, please, gerne auf Deutsch, wenn ihr wollt. Das ist überhaupt kein Thema. So, questions for Lionel, for Jan Frodeno and Lionel. You keep saying you've never beaten him, but you beat him in 2017 in Kona when you came second.
It doesn't count. It's not satisfying whatsoever. It doesn't count.
You can only beat who's there on the day.
No satisfaction from that
That's
whatsoever.
racing. He started with you, he finished, you came second, and Jan, you came?
Oh, I don't know. 15th age grouper, maybe? I don't know. It was a long walk, but...
You respected the fans, you respected the race, you respected the sponsors, and you finished. So, remember, the price of the coffee has just gone up to 150 euros a cup if you do not ask any questions. Oder versteht ihr meine Englisch nicht? Habt ihr Frage für Jan? Bitte.
Can you turn the
How's the altitude going there, guys?
turn the erg off again?
It's cool down mode, which is pleasant.
So we, how many kilometers you done?
We've done 8.5. We've got seven minutes left. Talk to us without the sweat and breathing.
Well, you can slow down. I mean, you don't have everybody at home. You're going to beat them on Sunday in any case. How many people have you got riding with you?
215.
215. So, right. Let's talk about... It might have been Ironman where you said that on the bike, less drag. That probably not the case on Sunday, Jan.
No, it probably won't be, but you know, humidity plays a factor, air pressure, all these things. It's wonderful, but I don't think we're going to get any free watts from the weather. Maybe a bit of humidity supposedly helps on the road, but you know what? Good thing is we're going to make the best of it and just solid hit out. Try and get as close to that 4-hour mark as we can.
Lionel, have you had a chance to check the road surface? Because, I mean, Jan's talking about air pressure and things like that, but the road surface also is a massive factor. And typically in this region, it's billiard smooth, which makes it really quick.
Yeah, I did a little test session on Wednesday, not on the course, but pretty well, like right next to the course. And 303 watts for 44 kilometers an hour. So it's good. It was pouring rain. I mean, that's a pretty quick surface in the pouring rain. So better pavement than I really have ever experienced, ever. So you can run pretty high air pressure, and it's certainly a low 4-hour course. It just is it a sub 4-hour course? And if it's a sub 4-hour course, then, well, I would say the 7:35 time probably is in jeopardy.
Is that the plan?
Oh, I don't have any. I mean, you have to talk to the boss.
I think the boss is here to race you. So, boss, what do you say?
I say the faster we can go, the better. It really is. You know, I think the last time I'll ever go for a record of speed sorts, anyways, intentionally. I think big races are very different, and of course we've poured our heart and soul into it. Event that's all about performance and at the same time having a bit of fun, you know, up here just having crazy ideas and making them work. So of course that would be crowned if we can break the world record, and I mean, it would be awesome if we could both break that world record, and I just hope I'm the first to do it.
It's going to be a massive, massive day on Sunday. Absolutely ginormous, but very, very different.
I had a 7:29 poster up instead of the face for a while there, which...
That was my only poster up, actually. I figured Jan, in his mind, he was thinking, what's funny is years ago when I first got into this, if you remember the Real Starkey, that like triathlon parody kind of thing, and I went in there, you know, just a naive kid, and I said, I think the human limit is 7:30 or just under 7:30. And it's funny how life works, because I think Jan thought I was saying in Kona, but he said, no, 7:30 is not possible. But I'm pretty sure in his mind, in the training for this event, he was thinking, I'm going to break 7:30. And so I said, well, if I'm going to race him, then I need to start thinking that way too. So I put that poster up on the wall. I put 7:29:30. So
28:15.
All right. So I already.
Bets
See, I just don't set the bar high every time. The bar is always set too low.
28? Do I hear 27? 27 going once. Talking about setting that, we're also setting the bar very high in terms of the production, in terms of what we're taking to the world with a massive live TV production, helicopters, multiple cameras, drones. It's free of charge to the world on multiple TV channels, online as well. Jan, Lionel, you're used to the slightly energy of all the other athletes, the spectators, the venue. You don't quite have that. It's just very much so. In the left corner, Lionel Sanders representing corner, Jan, Deutschland.
Yeah, it's I think it's an event adapted to the times. The difficulty is still there, and there are lots of thought that goes into this. And one of the big, and showing the legitimacy should we make any of our claims come true. You know, the triathlon community loves a bit of data, but I think it adds a certain legitimacy for those who are watching the sport from the outside. And even more so because you can actually, for the first time ever, as I know, follow a world record attempt live, pedaling and running along. And I think that's pretty cool. It's just another way of saying, hey, guys, we're not putting on a show. We're not doing this for the money. We're not doing this to have a beating of our own chest to say who's the best. We just want to go out and see what we can do. And come and join us on the journey.
They can join you. Everybody at home can join on ZWIFT the whole day long, but also join online, and we'll also be taking question comments from our viewers all day long. Lionel, we're getting very close to the final seconds of your of the torture in Innsbruck.
This was a very hard ride. I have to take tomorrow off biking, I think.
Final words for Jan before Sunday.
It's just, this is amazing. I mean, what an opportunity. This is truly the opportunity of a lifetime. That's why it took me 3 seconds to say yes, because, I mean, I get the opportunity to race the best guy, I believe, to ever do it, in his prime, going for a record, and I get to do it in Germany too. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And I came here for one thing, and one thing only, and I intend to push him. I intend to push the limit, and we'll find out.
Jan.
Yeah, again, thanks Lionel. Thanks for making the time, making the trip. I know it breaks your training rhythm, your sleeping rhythm by large coming here, but I'm looking forward to the stretcher on Sunday.
Game on.
And that's why it is called Royale. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jan. Thank you to everybody who joined us on ZWIFT. Thank you for everybody on tribattle.com. Join us. We started about 8:15 on Sunday morning, the 18th, with exactly 1 month before you turn. Exactly 1 month. Follow the live action all day.
Dagger to the heart.
But before stop completely, I think we need to give the microphone to another of our legends, Hannes Blasche.
Thanks, Paul. Hello, everybody. I want to just say some words. The best is that the road in front of the railroad station in Immenstadt is finally paved. So you two guys, you don't have to carry the bikes there. Immenstadt made it possible, and thanks very much. I told Jan already on the way up here that it's paved, and he said that he's going to give me 50 euros to buy some beer for the workers and for the people who made this possible. Thank you very much. Yep. Well, everybody knows in here the difference between having an idea and realizing an idea. Jan and Felix had an idea. Lionel jumped in. We from our triathlon jumped in. And we developed it further and further, of having that battle of just two guys in distance race, two world-class guys chasing the world record on a spectacular course here in the Allgäu. A format unique in triathlon history. We will send live pictures to millions of people all over the world. The whole idea is a little bit crazy, like you guys said already. And I want to use this opportunity now to say thank you to the local authorities and the politicians who helped us. First of all, I want to say thank you to Police Commander Axel Fuchs, who's standing in the back there. Thank you very much. He's the guy who finally got the push through for the B19. Thank you very much, Axel. We have here the mayors of the villages and the cities on the course. I want to start with Immenstadt. Nico Sentner, thank you very much for your help. Burgberg is our transition from bike to run, and it's going to be the finish line. Andre Eck for coming up. We have the mayor of Rettenberg, Nikolaus Weisinger, who's also, thank you very much for coming. I think the mayors of Waltenhofen, that's Eckhard Harscher, Bleicher, Christoph Endres, is he here? No. And from Sonthofen, Christian Wilhelm, they could not come here, but also thank you to them very, very much. And